The race to power the AI revolution is hitting full throttle, and the financial stakes have never been higher. A team of former Credit Suisse bankers is launching a massive $1 billion fund aimed directly at the insurance risks surrounding data centers. Led by Niklaus Hilti at Euler ILS Partners, this historic move aims to capture double-digit returns as the industry grapples with the climate and operational dangers facing these high-value hubs.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The energy demand behind this growth is staggering, and manufacturers are feeling the heat. GE Vernova just revealed that they sold more electrical equipment in the first 3 months of 2026 than in the entire previous year. CEO Scott Strazik confirmed that orders for turbines and power infrastructure have doubled as tech giants scramble to fuel their massive server farms across the globe. This rapid expansion is sparking intense political friction right in the heart of Virginia. A major budget showdown is testing the limits of Democratic leadership as the state assembly remains deadlocked over data center tax breaks. While some lawmakers push to end the incentives to boost state revenue, Governor Abigail Spanberger is sounding the alarm that pulling back could destroy a vital economic engine for the region. Meanwhile, in Indianapolis, the city is racing to catch up with draft zoning rules that attempt to manage noise and proximity to neighborhoods. Critics like Ben Inskeep of the Citizens Action Coalition argue the protections are far too weak to guard residents against the massive footprint of these facilities. Whether you love the innovation or hate the impact, the industry is changing fast, so stay informed by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for the latest updates. Ever wonder what happens when the backbone of the AI revolution meets the cold, hard math of high-stakes insurance? Well, a group of ex-Credit Suisse veterans is betting $1 billion that the answer is a massive payday. We are talking about Euler ILS Partners, a team that just emerged from a management buyout, and they are gearing up to launch a fund specifically targeting the insurance risks of our massive global data center network. Now, think about this. We are moving into an era where a single data center location can carry an insurable value of up to $30 billion. To put that in perspective, that is 3 times the value of the world's biggest bridges. It is a staggering amount of capital at stake, and with the AI boom driving rapid expansion, insurers are getting nervous about their exposure. That is where Euler comes in. They are looking to structure a sidecar vehicle, essentially taking a quota share of an insurer's risk, and they are projecting double-digit returns, targeting over 15%. This isn't just another financial product, it's a historic shift. Historically, these insurance-linked securities, or ILS, have been all about natural disasters hitting residential homes. But now, we are looking at a, dare I say, hungry capital market eager to back the digital infrastructure of the future. But don't think this is a guaranteed win. Experts like those at Swiss Re are already sounding the alarm on weather-related perils. We are seeing massive data center clusters popping up in tornado zones and areas facing extreme water stress, making them vulnerable to everything from climate change to physical structural failure. It is a high-risk, high-reward game that requires serious expertise. The team behind this, led by Niklaus Hilti, has been down this road before. They famously managed oil rig risk after the Deepwater Horizon disaster, pulling in returns as high as 24%. They are treating data centers with that same surgical precision. So here is the big question for you. As our entire digital lives become tethered to these physical warehouses of data, is this new insurance frontier the smartest investment of the decade? Or are we just underestimating the next big climate-driven disaster? Let me know your take in the comments below. If you want to keep up with how the intersection of tech and finance is changing the world, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are tracking the money behind the machine, and you won't want to miss what is coming next. Ever wonder what the real physical cost of the AI revolution actually looks like? It is not just about lines of code or fancy chatbots. It is about raw, industrial-grade electricity. In a stunning reveal that highlights the massive infrastructure race currently underway, GE Vernova just dropped a bombshell. In just the first 3 months of 2026, data centers bought more electrical equipment than they did during the entire previous year. Think about that for a second. The pace is not just increasing, it is exploding. We are talking about an 80% jump in total orders compared to this time last year. Tech giants are essentially in a frantic arms race, scavenging for every bit of power capacity they can find to feed their energy-hungry AI models. GE Vernova's power division saw a 60% surge thanks to a hungry demand for gas turbines, but the real star of the show was their electrification division. Orders for the heavy-duty gear, things like substations, switchgear, and transformers, essentially doubled. This is the hardware backbone of our digital future, and it is moving at a breakneck speed. Unsurprisingly, this massive surge in demand led the company to bump up their revenue and profit targets, sending their stock soaring by 13% in a single day. CEO Scott Strazik hit the nail on the head when he told analysts that the structural drivers for global electrification are only getting stronger. It is a clear sign that the infrastructure behind the scenes is struggling to keep pace with the sheer ambition of the tech industry. What do you think? Are we sleepwalking into an energy crisis, or is this massive investment the smart way to build the next generation of our economy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the trends shaping our world. Remember, behind every smart algorithm is a very physical, very power-hungry machine. Ever wonder what happens when the digital backbone of the internet crashes headfirst into a brick wall of state politics? Welcome to Virginia, where the massive data centers powering your favorite apps are now the epicenter of a fierce budget war that's paralyzing the state government. Despite holding a governing trifecta, Democrats are locked in a standoff so intense that an emergency legislative session is set to end without a single budget deal. At the heart of the storm is a billion-dollar question. Should Virginia keep subsidizing the massive tech hubs that have turned Northern Virginia into the data capital of the world? On one side, you have progressives arguing that these tax breaks are essentially corporate handouts, money that could be better spent on schools or infrastructure. They see a billion-dollar hole in the budget and a golden ticket to fill it. But then you have voices like Governor Abigail Spanberger, who is hitting the brakes hard. She warns that if you tighten the tax screws, these tech giants might just pack their servers and move to more hospitable zip codes, taking billions in local revenue with them. It is a classic clash between fiscal idealism and the cold, hard reality of economic competition. This isn't just about spreadsheets. It's about deciding whether the future of Virginia's economy should be built on the cloud or on the solid ground of traditional tax policy. So, what do you think? Is this a necessary adjustment to fund the people, or a dangerous gamble with the state's biggest economic engine? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. Sometimes, the most important infrastructure isn't made of steel and concrete, but of the policies that keep the lights on and the data flowing. Ever wonder what's actually powering your Netflix binges and late-night AI queries? It's not just magic. It's massive, power-hungry data centers humming away 24/7. But here in Indianapolis, the secret is out, and it's causing a major headache for the city. Residents are waking up to the reality that these facilities aren't just invisible cloud storage. They are loud, thirsty, and demanding neighbors. Now, the Department of Metropolitan Development is finally trying to rein them in with a new set of zoning rules. Think of it as an attempt to put a leash on the digital age. The proposed regulations would create a specific zoning category for these behemoths, something that hasn't existed until now. We're talking about a 65 decibel noise cap at the property line, a 200-foot buffer from your backyard, and strict limits on those roaring backup generators during the night. Developers would also have to prove they have the water and electricity to spare before they break ground. It sounds like a win for common sense, right? Well, not everyone is buying it. Critics are calling these rules a toothless tiger. Ben Inskeep from the Citizens Action Coalition argues this isn't a protection plan. It's a roadmap for more development, allowing these facilities to sit far too close to schools and homes while relying on old-school diesel power. While some residents are screaming for a total moratorium, City officials like Vop Ossoli are hesitant, viewing these centers as essential infrastructure, the 21st century equivalent of sewer lines and power grids. It is a classic clash between modern progress and neighborhood preservation. As the city prepares for virtual town halls, the question remains, is this a fair compromise, or are residents being left to deal with the noise? I want to hear your take. Should cities prioritize tech infrastructure over the peace and quiet of local neighborhoods? Drop a comment below and let's get into the debate. If you want to keep tabs on how this plays out in the City County Council, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.